come to the experiment of prism. Once gave me an example of prism, like when we pass light through a prism, what happens? We see light. Otherwise, we don't see light. So when we pass light through prism, what happens? The light, light is a combination of 7 different wavelengths and everything, which have different colors. You have an idea that why do we see rainbow? I don't know whether you have heard about this. Did you study about rainbow before?
Yes, sir.
So it's a white light. The sunlight that we get from sun is a combination of 7 colors. So when this light passes through prism, there is some phenomena which is happening that we'll be discussing a little later. And because of that phenomena, what is happening? All the 7 colors are being distributed. I'm seeing those colors, right? So again, here also, what is happening is I'm seeing the particles on which the light is falling. I'm not seeing actually the light. So as a simple example, if I take a torchlight and focus it onto a dark sky, can I see something? You take a torchlight, go out inside in a dark sky, or onto the terrace when it is dark, and focus it up. Can you see something?
Yes.
We can't see anything if you focus it up. If it is dark,
we cannot see.
Yeah.
We cannot see anything. But if I focus light on some object which is far away, then can we see something?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we see the object. That means what? Light within itself is not visible to us. What does light do? When light falls on an object, the object becomes visible to us. I go into my house, I come from outside during the night, all the lights in the house are off. I'm not able to see anything. The moment I switch off a light, what happens? Switch on a light, I don't see the light. I see the things on which light is falling. Got it? So what is happening? Whenever we are doing something of this kind, what is happening is light is not visible. What is visible to us? Because of light, we see objects being visible to us. You're getting it? So because of light, what is happening? We are able to see the objects. So one important thing that we know is what? We cannot see light, but because of light, we see objects. I hope that's clear to all of you. The next important point that we can take down about light is what? Light is not visible.
Sir, does
Yes.
that mean that I'm right that we cannot see light?
Yes, you're absolutely right. All 3 of you who said, you cannot see light were absolutely right. So light is not visible, but makes things visible when it falls on them. So, got it? So light is not visible, but it makes things visible to us when it falls on them. The things visible. Now let's see the next thing. That is like, when we say light makes the things visible to us, so what does it mean? It means that when I'm seeing an object, or when an object is visible to our eyes, what is happening? When an object is visible to our eyes, what is...
Light is reflecting from the object and
Yes.
entering our eyes.
So light falls on the object, gets reflected and enters our eyes. I'll say this is bad. So under what conditions we see an object? We see an object if light falls on an object and the reflected light from the object enters our eyes. Got it? So the next important thing is what? Light is a form of energy, right? Is light visible? It's not visible. Then light is not visible but makes things visible when it falls on them. And why do we see objects? Or how do we see objects? We see objects when light falls on them and the reflected light enters our eyes, right? So you can quickly scribble these things in a notebook so that I can rub it off and then we can go further. So let's look at the next part. Now I have an object. Let's say this is an object, right? If light falls on it, somewhere light falls on it and this, let's say this is right, and is reflected in a light. So then the object is visible to us. Got it? Or I'll say if most of the light falling on it falls on it and goes into my eyes, what is happening? Object is visible to us clearly. Got it? Next thing, then if there is an object, light falls on it and a part of light is reflected and a part of the light is transmitted. Something like this. So what I was saying is, like, if there is an object and light falls on the object and it is totally reflected back, then the object is clearly visible to us, right? And light falls on an object and it is partially reflected back, then what is happening? This object is visible to us but not very clearly. Now light falls on the object and it doesn't reflect at all. Then what is happening? That object is not visible to us at all. I hope this is clear. Now we name these objects. This is when I'm standing here. So we call this object as opaque. We'll see the other way around also. And this objects are called
Translucent.
Translucent. This is something that you already know, and these are called transparent. Now we'll see. Now, so if I look at the other way around, so if the source of light is here and eye is here, then the light falling on this will reflect back here. So here, from here, the light will not be visible to me.
Yes.
So what if it is an opaque object, right? If it doesn't allow light to pass through it, if light is falling from this side and it is entering in my eye, then it is clearly visible to me. If the light is falling from opposite side, then it is not at all visible to me. I hope it is clear. Now similarly, so opaque objects, this board is an opaque object, wall is an opaque object, any object for that reason can be taken as an opaque object if it doesn't allow light to pass through it. Right? Now let's look at the other one. If I have the source of light here, so if light is coming from this side, what is happening? The part is reflecting, another part is going in this direction. Now in this case, what is happening? In this case, what is happening? When the source of light is this side, what is happening? This is partially visible and this is also partially visible. This is not visible at all. Now let me see in the third case, transparent case, if this is the source of light, all the rays from this are coming this side. So this is not visible, object is not visible, but this is visible. I hope you're able to understand. You must have seen that what is opaque object? Opaque object is something which does not. Yes.
So can you explain 1 second? I got disconnected.
Yes, I know that even the other people needs the explanation once again. Don't worry about it. So I'll be doing it once again. Fine. So see, all of you might have studied about opaque object, translucent object, and transparent object. And how do we define an opaque object? How do we define an opaque object? An object which does not allow light to pass through it, right? That's opaque object. Then, how do we define a translucent object? An object which allows light to pass through it partially. That's called a translucent object, right? And how do we define a transparent object? An object to define an opaque object, a transparent object, and a translucent object. So what is an opaque object? What is an opaque object? Yes,
Where light cannot pass through an object.
So when light cannot pass through an object, then the object is said to be opaque object. Right? I'll just take down the definition and then I'll explain this to you. Because it's pretty simple to take down the definitions, but we need to analyze various situations that come out of it. Let's try to define opaque object. What is an opaque object? An object which does not allow light to pass through it. Right? That's opaque object. Then what is a transparent object? An object which allows light to pass through it completely. So if an object is completely allowing light to pass through it, then we call it as transparent object. Then we have a translucent object. So what is a translucent object? An object which allow light to pass through it partially. So an object which allow light to pass through it partially is called translucent object. Is it fine? So you can just scribble down these things quickly.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Like
Please go ahead.
now we say that water is transparent, right?
Okay, yes.
But when how can we see ourselves in water then? Like when we go to a river, how can we? How is it transparent and both, and how can it show our face?
Very good question, right? Yeah, I'll get back. I'll answer this question after a while. Let everyone take it, right? So that's a very good question. Let me see if someone else can help us. Otherwise, if nobody helps us, then we'll try to analyze it and then answer. Yes. So that's a very good doubt, Priscilla. We'll get back to that. Others, have you scribbled it down? Quickly. It's a basic definition, that you might have studied in some of the books, even if you're not studied. That's how we define different kinds of objects. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Translucent and transparent. Done? Amulya, am I audible to you at least now?
Sir, I think she's in only mode.
Then it's fine. Even if she's hearing it, that's good enough. Okay, I assume that you're hearing. Fine. Now, so you're taking it down. Now let's look at various situations about an opaque object, a translucent object, and transparent object. Maybe when I give you various situations, Priscilla, you might get the answer for your question also. Now let's see. So that's a wonderful question. In fact, why did you get this down? Someone asked you this question somewhere else, or you got it on your mind?
Sir, I just got it in my mind.
That's good. Wonderful, right? Yes. Now let's see. Now let's say we have an opaque object here. I'll just make it like this. So this is an opaque object. So I'm standing here. My eye is here. This is my eye. Now there is a light source here. So what is happening? Then light from the source falls on it and then reflects back. Osmana, maybe you got disconnected here only. So all the light which is falling on it is getting reflected back. So as a result of that, what will happen? This object is clearly visible to me. So it is very clearly visible to me under what condition? If light source is and my eye are on the same direction. I hope you're getting it, right? So for example, this is the light which is falling on the board, and what is happening is the light is reflected from the board. So because I am on the side of the light, I'm seeing the object very clearly. So if there is an opaque object, if the source of light and I are on the same side, then the opaque object is very clearly visible to us, right? So what is it? If source of light and I are on the same side, then what is happening? Then opaque object is very clearly visible, or I'll say clearly visible. Fine. That's clear? Now let me look at other situation. Again, I take the opaque object. This is the opaque object. Now, source of light is here and my eye is here. So what is happening? Light from this is falling like this and going back. Light from this is falling like this and going back. Light from this is. So what is happening? This is not visible. Then opaque object wouldn't be visible to us. Neither the source of light will also be visible. So what is happening? If source of light and eye are on opposite sides, then the opaque object would not be visible as well as the source of light would not be visible. I hope it is clear. So if eye and source are opposite sides, are on opposite sides, then what is happening? Then object is not visible, right? So object is also not visible and the source of light is also not visible. So what can I say? If somebody makes a general statement that an opaque object is visible in light, is he or she right or wrong?
Sir, it depends.
Yeah. So
It's a 50-50 chance.
So there is a 50-50 chance. So an opaque object can be visible in light or may not be visible in light. What decides whether it is visible or not visible?
Now can you repeat what you said? I
said that an opaque object can be visible in light or can be invisible on light. In presence of light, I might see an opaque object or I might not see an opaque object. So what is the condition which decides whether an opaque object is visible or not visible?
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, it decides on if the source and the object is the same side or not. If they are on opposite sides, then the object will not be visible.
Yes. So what is it? It is the position of the observer or the eye and the position of source of light decide whether an object is, whether an opaque object is visible or not visible. I hope that is clear. All of you?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Understood? So, yeah, you can just scribble down that. So opaque object, if source and eye are on the same side, opaque object is very clearly visible. If source and eye are on opposite side, then what is happening? The opaque object is not visible at all. Now that's what happens in eclipse, right? When moon comes between sun and earth, then what will happen? Sun is not visible. Got it? And that proves that moon is opaque. When earth comes in between sun and moon, then what is happening? Moon is not visible. So that proves that earth is opaque.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
Then in a solar eclipse, how can we see the sun?
In a solar eclipse, we don't see the sun, right? Okay.
So
That's
we
a good
need to
question.
see the ring, right?
Yes, of course. Priscilla, that's a wonderful doubt. And you had one more doubt. I had to clear that also, right? Anyhow. So first, I wanted to share an interesting thing. Probably that I'll share that interest. Probably I think I can do that now also. So in solar eclipse, this is sun, this is moon, and this is, let's say earth. So don't bother about the sizes. Now a person here who is here cannot see the sun because his view is blocked. A person here cannot see the sun because his view is blocked.
Yeah.
Got it? But when the moon is exactly at the center, this part, some rays from the external part of the sun are entering the ice. So that's why you see that ring.
Okay.
Okay? Some rays, because sun is very big. Because of the size of the sun, that is happening. If sun was this much, then you would not have seen that ring at all. Or probably you must have seen a ring which is of lighter intensity. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so I hope opaque object, that's clear.